spot, we're going to be having a look at the Batman's Comic-Con exclusive Catwoman. This was the first time Catwoman was released for the Batman wave. Later on, Catwoman would be released, I think with a repaint. She was repainted in a purple that was released in a, I think a 4-pack. As good as the purple looked, being that she was in a black attire in the cartoon, it made more sense to pick up this one here. Prior to the fact that she was released, I'll quickly show it and then I'll do a comparison of them later. Prior to her being released in the Catwoman set, she was released as a standalone Selina Kyle. Not really sure why they released or decided to release Selina Kyle in a single card, but then release Catwoman in the Comic-Con exclusive. Would have made sense to, you know, do the other way around. Needless to say, though, like I said, I'll do comparison when I open the figure up to the Selina Kyle. If we have a look at the packaging, we get a nice security vault kind of scene. There's a ladder here, and then there's all the laser sensors. You'll also see that she comes with a lion statue or totem. There was about 6 of these released at Comic-Con, and each one, they were all the exact same figure. The only difference was that each one came with a different lion statue. There was a black one that, as you can see here, there was a green one, there was a red one, there was a gold one, and I think there was like a USA American flag striped colored one. I don't know why, but that was the most expensive one to find on eBay. It was preposterous to think that some of the people were asking. I remember one guy asked about $140 for. Now keep in mind, it's the exact same figure, but he wanted $140 just because this statue was the American flag, or the gold one, or something like that. One of those two were the rarest. But me not being a collector necessarily for the rare ones, I really just wanted a Catwoman figure. I ended up going with the cheapest route, and the black one here is the easiest to find and the cheapest to find Selina Kyle Catwoman. So I don't know if that still holds true. You could probably find them anywhere now, because the you know the story with collectibles. When they first come out, everybody wants to jump on them, and they, find them on eBay or anything, they want a fortune. But then when the appeal kind of fizzles off, all of a sudden then you can find these guys everywhere, and they can't give them away. But I like the metallic. I like the metallic coloring that they did on the packaging, and you see all the little bolts and stuff up the sides. On the back, I don't even know if you can make it out, but on the back there's a picture of Catwoman with her whip. She's holding the green idol, but again, it's the exact same idol, it's just a different coloring. So there's packaging on the Comic-Con exclusive Selina Kyle, or Catwoman. Let's get this guy opened up, let's get this girl opened up, and we will get a closer look at the Catwoman figure. So stay tuned, guys. And so here we have Selina Kyle. Before we look at the figure itself, let's look at the totem. Now, if you've watched my Selina Kyle video, the totem is the exact same. In fact, if memory serves me, I bought Selina Kyle and it had the exact same color totem. So now I actually have 2 of these, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but as you can see, it has ruby eyes. Not bad. I mean, a nice little side accessory. And now let's get a look at Selina Kyle. Let's get a look at Catwoman here. A little uncertain as to whether I like the look of Catwoman from the Batman cartoon. Catwoman nowadays has this kind of attire with the black and then the goggles and everything. But I think in the Batman cartoon, though, I think it was a little too much. The goggles are way too big on her. Same idea with the ears. I don't think she looks a lot like a cat as much as she looks like a monkey, or like a flying squirrel or something. Little too large, though. I think the ears and everything, I think, was a little overkill. In the cartoon, she was voiced by Gina Gershon. which I always thought was a fine looking lady. So Gina, if you're watching my videos, call me. But in the way of her articulation, she has articulation in the head. She has articulation in the shoulders, although she's posed in one position. She's posed with a bent elbow on the one side and straight arm with the other. As I mentioned, the same problem I had with Selina Kyle. She's got these rubbery arms. She has articulation in the waist, and that's about it. Nothing from the waist down. As you can see, I've got a stand for her. She comes with a nice stand. You definitely will need it though. I mean, for how flimsy these legs are on her, she wouldn't be able to stand without the stand. Especially the fact that she kind of leans forward anyways. Give you guys a look at good look detail there. Now, mentioning the Selina Kyle earlier, there's the Selina Kyle. It doesn't look as if they used the exact same face. The nose looks a little different on the Catwoman here, and I don't know if it's just the goggles, the way that the goggles are, but her eyes look a lot larger. I don't think the plastic has magnified her eyes. But you'll also notice too that the skin tone on this Catwoman is a little more accurate, whereas this Catwoman here, the Selina Kyle, her skin is too pink. It's way too much, if you ask me. But aside from that, I mean, it looks to be like the exact same figure. The exact same. The Selina Kyle also did come with a whip, the same whip that this Catwoman comes with. This Catwoman still has hers though, with the elastics keeping it in there. I would definitely say if you have this Catwoman and you're just opening her up now, keep the elastics on her, because if you've seen my review of Selina Kyle, the whip doesn't really stay in her hand very well. So it's going to give you problems. I would just say leave it. Just leave it as is. Would I recommend this figure? Yeah, you know, I would. I mean, if you like Catwoman and you're like me who, you know, wants to get all the villains from the wave, or all from the cartoon, if you want to get all the villains on a nice display, definitely would want to pick up this Catwoman. Would I have paid the expensive prices that they were asking for when she first came out? Absolutely not. I mean, this figure is only good if you can find her somewhere for a pretty good price. But again, I can't figure out why they would release the Catwoman as the exclusive and release the, what I believe to be the less likely to sell Selina Kyle as the single carded figure. Again, usually unmasked figures and stuff make better Comic-Con exclusives or exclusives because the collectors will want to pick those up. I don't think a kid is necessarily going to want to pick up this figure because there's nothing really fantastic or anything about this figure. But that aside though, if you can find her, you know, if you can find her at a good price somewhere, definitely pick it up though. There you have a toy spot on the Comic-Con exclusive, the Batman series Catwoman. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.